Welcome in, Tar Heel Nation. This is the Tar Heel Herald. This one right here is going to be a clip taken from the podcast I sent out a couple days ago. But if you could, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then even share if you can. But if you want to just hear the whole podcast, it's just shy of 30 minutes. You can head over there and check that out. But if you want to just watch the single clips, all of them will be coming out here soon. But all right, let's jump into it.
All right, the transfer portal. Let me preface this by saying first that I think the transfer portal is going to be more like for the CEO, top end head coaches are going to be using it more as a grab and equip yourself right then and there. And the reason I say that is like, if it's all of a sudden going to have 1 year of immediate eligibility and you no longer have to have that waiting period, you're not going to be looking at someone and saying, I mean, if he's a young guy, then sure, you look at him and say, okay, I can develop you, I'll take you in, you can sit if we need you to. But most coaches are going to be looking at it like, okay, I can play you right now, I'm going to take you, and I'm going to use an available scholarship for that guy. When it was waiting a year, you didn't have him plug and play immediately. You had to wait a whole year. So nowadays it's going to change the way they choose transfers, unless of course it's a second time, which then I'm guessing they have the year of eligibility loss, but they're going to judge them and take them differently. But the way the transfer portal is going to change the landscape is just that itself. I don't think it's going to change it to where smaller schools are going to take advantage of the transfer portal and then just all of a sudden become elite off of it. And every year they just continuously take in transfers and yada, yada, yada. Like, I don't think the transfer portal is just going to drastically change anything, but it can help teams like Miami and FSU, like they did this year, help them turn around a program, and hopefully they can, to get the blue bloods back in, especially the ACC needs some help. But hopefully teams like that can continue to help themselves with the transfer portal. But once they get done getting the program back to normal, and if they can get back to recruiting, they're going to continuously just stick with high-end recruits that are proven, or they can develop on themselves. So when you may see them go out there and get one or two, but you're not going to see them pulling in like 8 or 9, whatever Florida State brought in this year. But now if you look at UNC, Mac Brown really didn't like the transfer portal anyways, and I don't think he's really going to change his mind much now. I think mostly because, if you're looking at the aspect of them leaving, it's so easy for them to leave now. And yes, he's the kind of guy that wants to help them and get them to where they need to go. But, and a lot of these players that are leaving right now are from the Larry Fedora era or whatever. So yes, he's gonna help anyone he can, but he's only gonna be using the transfer portal to, like he's always done, and he's gonna continue to just upping available spots. So or not just upping available spots, but like when in dire need, he goes out and gets what he needs. So the first year he came as a head coach, we were very thin in the secondary, and he goes out, gets 3 secondary units, a couple of cornerbacks, and then a safety. And then next year we were struggling with the kicker, and we go out the next year and get a graduate transfer kicker. Then after we lose our 2 best running backs, this year we only have 2 oldest guys are a junior and a walk-on senior, and they're not even the number 1 guy on the team. A freshman was the number 1 guy before he got hurt. So you have a incoming sophomore who's off of an injury as your number 1 guy, and then who's behind him, probably the walk-on, British Brooks. So yeah, you're going to want to go out and get a veteran who can really help. But I'm very intrigued. I kind of wanted to bring this over from the first segment, which was the super seniors. The offensive line that I'm thinking could, if your best case scenario, also worst case scenario, the offensive line comes back 3 straight years in a row all together, But after that third year, what if they all leave? If you have every single the three guys on the right, Brian Anderson, Marcus McKeithen, and Jordan Tucker, all super seniors, leave, and then Josh Zudu and Asim Richards on the left side, let's say they go to the NFL or something, or just obviously it's their senior year, they can leave if they want. Whatever they do, what if they all leave that whole year? Best case scenario, they come back all 3 years. Worst case scenario, they all leave at the same time as well. So, do we have anybody proven behind them? I mean, maybe by then we have people who are actually starting over them because they're better. Who knows? But I'm saying, what if these are our guys the entire way? We lose all of them, and we don't have enough proven guys to just step in all of a sudden. You may just see us going out to the transfer portal for some linemen. You never know. But who knows? I mean, it looks like recruiting is picking up very well, and it's consistently getting what we need in each spot. Like when I look at Miami, they've had issues on offensive line, and they still really didn't fix the offensive line issues in the recruiting. They kind of did a little bit in the transfer portal, but in recruiting, they're going to need to consistently get everything they need, especially offensive line. But UNC doesn't have to worry about that because Mac Brown and that staff is perfect at getting what they need and getting the right guys in the program. They're great at that. So with the fact that we have all these great recruiters, especially Larry Porter's coming in. He's an amazing recruiter, let alone a running back coach. So this entire staff just looks like they're going to be dead in rights one of the top recruiters in the country, and I can't wait to see what they do in 2022. And I really don't, besides this offensive line hiccup, like little weird scenario that I just made up, I don't really see us using the transfer portal that much in the future, and I don't really see it. Obviously, like I said, it's going to change the way they view who they want to get out of the transfer portal. You're probably going to see a lot more people who are experienced and can play immediately at those programs that want them. But besides that, I really don't think the transfer portal is going to change much. But that's really all I got for this one. Let's move on to the next one. That's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And then if you know anyone who might want to watch it, go ahead and share this.